think that's good. Hopefully this is steady. All right. So, hi friends. Magus Supreme here, coming at you guys with a Sacred Sunday reading. I'm sorry that this Sacred Sunday was a little later than normal. Um, I had to go and grab my new iPhone today. Luckily, through the grace of God, I was able to upgrade my iPhone 11 to 13 Pro Max. So that's like the newest phone there is, and I'm like really, really excited about it. And I didn't have to pay an arm and a leg for it. So uh, I received that blessing, especially since I've been fussing and fighting with my old phone, trying to get storage space on it and whatnot. And when I finally calmed down and realized the problem, I got inspired to check my service for an upgrade, and lo and behold, I was eligible for an upgrade. So I did all that fighting just to reach a breakthrough, and then once I reached my breakthrough, I got an upgrade. Ooh, okay. That's a message there. I was just sitting here talking. Once I reached my breakthrough, I tussled, I fought, and I fight with my old phone, with my old life. And then finally, when I reached the breakthrough, I received an upgrade. Take that message and take that as a sign, you guys, because I'm just rambling and that just like struck me. But as you guys know, this is Sacred Sunday. Sacred Sunday is why I take my time to actually, truly, honestly get my messages from Divine Source or from Father, as I like to call them. Sacred Sundays is just like our time together. It's very, very core and essential to my channel, and it's something that these readings are very close to my heart. As I say, every single Sacred Sunday message. And I really feel like that's a ritual I should upkeep. So, for this Sacred Sunday message, that you guys might have noticed, I named it The Pendulum Swings. That was just something that was coming in my head because I was hearing this song. It's from a band called Linkin Park. Linkin Park is actually one of my favorite rock bands. Um, and it's from their song In the End. And now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, like now I can't remember the words to the damn song. Watch the time flow by as the pendulum swings. I can't remember, but the song in the end is about like uh, really trying hard, like really going through your life, but really feeling like that in the end nothing matters. It's mostly about nihilism, but I think that's something that, some of you guys, some people might really be fighting with and trying to deal with today, a lack of hope and a lack of faith in life. And that was something that I've been getting in my dreams as well and in my energy. Like, there is a big movement in energy and in shifting and trying to really dim the shine of people to make them lose faith, make them lose hope in the world and in their life. We can see it in the politics in the world today, and even in just local politics if you're here in the United States. Um, Someone who was like really trying to push the message of hope. Our president was trying to push the message of hope, but he completely failed on all fronts to like deliver that hope to the people. And that can be very demoralizing to people who are now struggling now more than ever. And we've been struggling for the past couple years. But the biggest thing that I have to say is don't let those circumstances really destroy your hope and destroy your faith that you can have a life that's worth living and a life that you can be proud of and that you want. Um, and I feel that message very strongly. Um, I really hope that I'm not blocking like the speaker that you guys can like actually hear me. There's no one in here right now, so I'm just trust that you guys can hear me. Um, yeah. So for this Sacred Sunday, I actually channeled a message for this one. It actually came to me as I was in meditation and prayer, and it actually what inspired the title for this video. So here's the message that I got, and I feel like this was like directly from source because I know how Father speaks, and this was definitely like in his cadence and in his voice, and it came out very clear as I was writing it. So I'm going to read it. The pendulum swings. What has been laid low shall rise again. Do not be troubled by what your two eyes perceive. Focus only on what your true sight grants you. Hold strong your vision. Hold strong your vision for the future and help. Oh, and keep. Why does my H's always come out like my K's always come out like H's? Keep your trust in the all. It is these things that will see you through, that will see you through the darkness that envelops this plane. Be not mystified by the illusions that the less worthy cast. Know your power, know who I am. I strengthen you, warriors of light. I give you I give you grace. Okay, I give you grace. Focus on all the little things that bring you joy, all of this life's little victories. They are fragments of hope, and together they make your faith complete. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm glad I wrote this like in my actual journal. I'm gonna put a star next to this one because I actually greatly enjoyed this message. It's so fulfilling and so inspirational. Like, remember your faith, remember who you are and the powers that have been granted to you and the thing and the grace that's been given to you. For those of you who are like really heavily spiritually connected, for those who believe in universe, source, divine, whatever you want to call them, I know him as Father. So whatever you want to like call him, like just remember like the faith, the grace, the love, and the blessings that's been granted to you from him. Um, I've been feeling like in this world, there's been a lot of an increase in psychic attacks, or like, yeah, I guess an increase in psychic attacks. And it's not just, and most of it is not the fault of the people who are attacking you. A lot of it has to do with forces that are beyond our comprehension, that's beyond like our understanding. So one of the biggest things that I have to say is just like forgive people and learn to like live in the energy of forgiveness, of trust, and of faith. Um, if your circumstances seem dismal, seems bleak, remember that you have something inside of you that's much stronger than your outside circumstances. Something inside of you that's much stronger than the forces that seem to want to rise up against you and hold you down. You are special, and a lot of you hold a spark of the divine. Only thing you have to do is nurture that spark so it can go turn from a spark to a flame inside your inner temple. Um, and the best way to nurture that and to keep that spark lit is for you to cover it, covet it, and to hold it close. Give it your love, your honor, and your praise. Because it's only through those actions and through that little divine spark that your life will be made new and made better as the pendulum swings. Hold your faith, hold into what you believe, and really allow yourself to walk in the energy of trust and faith. All right, I'm channeling here, and I've been plucking and pulling cards that I saw. So I'm gonna do one good shuffle. Ooh, and two more. Wow, this is the one that I seen. And then this card at the bottom, I'll take it. So the cards that I pulled were the Star. I guess I can pull them out right here. Because if I move it back like this, you guys can see them. Yes. So the first card I pulled was the Star, the Ace of Pentacles, and a Queen of Swords. Now with the Star and the Ace of Pentacles, this has a lot to do with like the renewal and the change that's going to be entering into your lives as the pendulum swings. One thing I'm telling you is remember that this is going to be a gradual shift, and for most of us, it won't just be like it won't be like a tower, like where it's just like happens all of a sudden. Yes, and I'm gonna put the Hangman on the very top of this. It's going to be a shift, like it's going to be very slow and very gradual. I'm feeling like this is the big pendulum, a big heavy pendulum. And one of the things, if you guys know anything about like physics, is like the fulcrum, which is like the thing that which is what you call the pendulum, the actual swinging part of the pendulum, the fulcrum. The heavier the fulcrum, the slower it swings. That's why if you got like a little small and light object, it's going to move very rapidly. But the sheer weight of these blessings that are coming to you with this Ace of Pentacles card and with the Sun card here is going to be very, very, very big energy that's going to be coming into your life. It's not only going to be a complete renewal of yourself and of your spirit and of your hope, but it's also going to be a shifting of circumstances. And as I told you guys before, like with the material realm and having the material realm being shifted and moved requires a great amount of energy. So it's a heavy fulcrum. So give yourself like the kind of like energy and like the patience and the grace that you need. That's why Father said focus on the little victories in life, those little fragments of hope, because together they make your faith complete. Collect those fragments, treasure those memories, and give gratitude for every little thing that comes your way, because it's all going to build to something amazing. And with the Queen of Swords here, I think this is all about like defending your energy. Like as you can see, this Queen of Sword here is cut off the heads of two men on both of the sides. Masculine energy, I guess, and like and attackers. Really keep your eyes focused, as I can see here. Like her eyes, I really feel like she's like staring into the sword, even though, it might not really seem that way. To me, I feel like she's staring at the sword, like she's keeping herself very focused on the clarity of her mind, since she only has a sword, the Ace of Swords. She's keeping very focused on clarity, on truth, and of honor. She's not really allowing like illusions into her life, and she's only focusing on what's true. And that's something that you guys really need to make sure that you stick to in your life. There is, and like I said, for a lot of people, and even for myself, your outside circumstances, your external circumstances may not seem the best, but focus on every little blessing and every little victory that comes your way. Like me being able to get this brand new phone that I don't have to fight with storage space anymore. Me being able to get that is a huge blessing, and it's the newest phone. So really keep track of those little blessings that come into your life, and remember that things are shifting for you. My favorite card in this deck is the Page of Pentacles. Like I'm always gonna laugh and I'm always gonna smile when I see this card. And it says here is the next episode, and then the next chapter is the Ace of Pentacles. Oopsies. Yes, and then the next chapter is the Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, the fulcrum is shifting, like the pendulum is swinging, and it's swinging to a period of blessings and renewal, and that's something that you guys really need to focus on. The Page of Pentacles also to me speaks of like actual dedication to a craft, dedication to a talent, or dedication to bettering yourself and bettering your circumstances. If you guys want to go back to school and you manage to find some way to finance it, or you want to just like go out on a limb and try it, anything that you can do to improve yourself would be like amazing. Because for me, I invested in Spanish lessons, so I've been relearning Spanish for myself, and I'm counting it as an investment towards my future. I'm trying to stay dedicated with like making sure I attend those lessons. Um, but yeah, really keep your focus strong, and you're going to be called to like really improve and better yourself in any which way that you can. But realize that there is a new chapter coming, and that blessings are heading towards you, despite what your external circumstances may believe, or what those little negative voices inside your head may be telling you. Now it's the time for rejuvenation and rest. Take the time out to focus on the things that's really going to bring you happiness, the things that's going to improve and that's going to really make you happy. And just find a way to do those things or to learn those things that's not really causing you undue stress. With the Four of Swords, this is talking about like I really feel like the retreat from like mental duress. Like stop worrying about everything that's like really happening, and like really allow yourself to dream. Like this woman here, she got her eyes closed. She's laying back. I need to grab some water. This is what I get. I got sparkling water. right next to my desk. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's what I get every time I channel. My throat starts acting up. Delicioso. Okay. Four swords. Allow yourself to dream again. And what I really feel like is that you need to start dreaming up your dream life. Start really thinking and planning and putting energy into the things that are really going to like help improve you and really move you forward. I really find that oftentimes people feel like they can't live their dream life because they feel like their dream life is out of their reach. But the people who do that have been defeated. They are defeated in their life. They don't have faith and they don't have their hope. Now, I really feel like that goes with like the energy of what has been laid low will rise again. And I really feel like some of you guys has probably like lost your hope or lost that spark inside of you that really like caused you to believe that life will be better. Yeah, and I see it here. King of Swords, Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's your guy's mind, the logical mind, that's really getting into the way. Get out of your logical mind and allow faith, inspiration, and hope to reign in your life because we have the Sun card here. And as you can see, even in the Sun card, and this deck in particular, there's a cross there. You know, that represents Christianity, Christ, but you know, I'm no Christian. But really allow yourself to give into the energy of hope because to me the cross is a symbol of hope for a lot of people in the world because Christianity is one of the biggest religions right now. So the cross does mean something to people. So allow hope, love, and renewal with these flowers here that are growing underneath this sun. Allow those energies to like really come into your life, to really be the thing that nurtures you and to push you on. Allow Father, Source, allow the Source to be your strength, is what I'm seeing here with the Sun card. And then finally, the last card that I pulled from out of this deck was the Hanged Man. Now, with the Hanged Man here, this is talking about like a period of suspension. Like the pendulum is swinging, and right now you might really feel like you're in free fall. That your external circumstances aren't really matching up to what you've been hearing about your life, about what, you know, your spirit guides and your and you know, your ancestors might have been telling you. Nothing seems to be matching, but everything is going to happen in due time, you know. Hi, Zippera. Everything is going to happen in due time. And that's what I've been telling you guys about, like the movement of physical energy. Like physical energy does take some time to move in this plan. Only thing you guys got to do is just be patient with it. Here it is. Strength card. Be patient with it. Stay disciplined, stay strong, and keep your energies and your. Why did I see keep your eyes on the sparrow? I don't know what that means, but keep your eyes on a sparrow. Keep your eyes on your flight, on what it means that on what it is that you're going to want for your future. As I was saying, focus on your dreams because you can make your dreams come true with the power of God and with focused and dedicated like action and energy. Things are going to happen in your life despite what your circumstances may be telling you, despite what other people may try to like push upon you or like try to make you believe. Fight against the illusions. Let me see. What does it say? Be not mystified by the illusions that the less worthy cast. Hello, I couldn't hear you at first. Oh, oh my God. Am I not being heard? Let me see. Oh, good. I found a way to keep my live chat messages up. Okay, okay. But everyone can hear me now. All right, good. All right. Because that was really concerning me. Like I said, I got a new phone and it's not really, you know, a typical setup. But as long as you guys can hear me, I'm good. So let me see what's next. So that's like the first few messages I really pulled, and I really feel the energy like flowing real hard. or I said flowing real hard, like a hard flow. No, it's flowing really well. Oh boy. Okay, that's funny. All right, I'll take these. Okay. So the first card that literally jumped out was Building Blocks in Reverse. So I need to read this one because I don't really get that card too much, and I'm not really 120% sure about the reverse message. But with Building Blocks in Reverse, what I can intuitively feel from this card is that there you have to have more faith in the steps that you're taking in your life. Like if you really have been like doing something that might not seem like sensical to you, like me, now using myself as an example here, like me just feeling inspired to learn Spanish all over again. Like I have no idea why I felt so inspired to do so, or why I even like gave that money that I could have been using for food to put towards my Spanish lessons. But I did it with faith, and I really have the sense that it's not clear to me yet, that I don't know what this block that was given to me is for, but it'll make sense in the future. And I walk with that purpose and with that in my mind. I take that action with that in mind. But that's what I feel intuitively. So let me read Building Blocks in reverse. Says, now is the time to address the cracks in the foundations of your life. Perhaps your values have changed, and it's time to strengthen your conviction and let go of things that no here about having like a dream for your life and like allowing yourself to put in the proper energy and dedication to it. So this card is speaking to that message. Um, or perhaps you choose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life, far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what is not solid. And this talks a lot about what I've been telling you guys here so far about not being afraid to go after your dreams and not being afraid to like really take the proper steps towards what you believe due to whatever, because we have the never ending story here. A never ending story talks about self-criticism, self-deprecation, and limiting and challenging beliefs. Some of you guys might really feel like you can't have the life of your dreams. You can't have what you want because it's just out of your reach. But that's an illusion. That isn't true. If you keep your faith and you actually take the proper steps towards the things that it is that you want and make room with the Building Blocks in Reverse card here, make room for that stuff. Get rid of the things that don't serve, that aren't really like useful to you, like your belief, like your old outdated beliefs, or like maybe things that you're doing now that don't really align with your future. Now it's the time to really feel inspired and start taking steps towards whatever it was that you had your dream. Like I mentioned with the with the Page of Pentacles, like maybe going back to school if you want to do something a little bit more education focused, or just like really being brave enough to like do things that's more aligned to what it is that you always dreamed of ever since you were a child. So take the and like this, what time for a nap is telling me here. Take the time to like really dream again, like really disconnect from the hustle and bustle of your life for now, and like take the time out to recalibrate, reflect, and to dream and to figure out what it is that you want for your life, and know that that new life is yours and you're ready to go after it with poise in a new life. You guys are in a perfect position to bring in the energy of a brand new life. And in fact, I really feel like a spiritual shift is happening with a lot of people, especially those who are very spiritually connected. There is a shift in energies, and that was my Instagram message. As I channeled on Instagram, there's a great refresh in energy that's been happening. And you guys need to harness that energy, harness that refreshing of your energies, and put it towards your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations. Now it's the time to really feel inspired in your life and go for it. I'm going to read Poised. Number 48. I'm going to read this card because I know the Poise card has a very inspiring message. Here it is. This is talking about being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, and confidence. You can be assured that you're ready for anything right now. You know what you need to. Your skills are sharp. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. That's why I put poised and new life together. Okay. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. And what was I just telling you guys about? About like really going, like starting school or doing something new for yourself. I'm gonna read the prosperity message as well because that came to me. You have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is now at your disposal. You can take action knowing you are ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is, let me see, is your destiny. Wow. Ooh, I knew it. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align with this truth. Like I said, the time is now to really focus on what it is that you want in your life and then go for it. To not let yourself be dissuaded or like mystified. Like I said, don't allow your in that channel message. It says, uh, be not mystified by the illusions that the less worthy cast. Those people who given up on life, who don't really know who they are, that really just giving up on like making their dreams come true. Don't listen to those people. You can have what you want, and we see signs of this every day with the most famous people coming out from out the mud and like building a life for themselves that they want, like seemingly out of nowhere, or seemingly by some miracle. We've seen it time and time and time again. And there's no reason why something like that can't happen to you. There's no reason to think that other than what other people have tried to like really beat into you ever since you were a child, ever since you growing up in the world, ever since you became an adult, actually. Ever since you became an adult, because that's when all that negativity starts to pile up in people's lives. Like, oh, you this age now, you can't really just spend your time doing art all day or whatever it is that moves you. It's time to reject that notion and to move into a new phase of your life where you start doing things to build your dream. Um, the last two cards that I pulled were Young and Happy Happy. The Yang card talks a lot about masculine energy. This is about like direction, motivation. I feel like the energy of Mars behind this as well. A lot of Mars energy, allowing like this ambition, like your desire to achieve and your desire to have to really push and fuel you for the period ahead to go towards your happiness, because happiness is yours and happiness can be yours. And matter of fact, a lot of you guys already have happiness that you're not even paying attention to and not being grateful for. Or some of you might need to be a little bit more mindful of that. Because like I channeled here, and the message is uh focus on all the little things that bring you joy. All of this life's little victories. They are fragments of hope, and together they make your faith complete. Focus on the little things, on your little victories, all the little moments in your life where you can just like smile and be happy and just say, "Oh, thank you, God," or whatever. Like focus more so on those moments than everything else that's happening into your life. It's not a denial of the bad or like really just being in denial that bad things happen, but it's more so just shifting your focus and your perception. And now I get why the hangman came out, shifting your focus and your perception away from the sad things and more towards hope, to the divine providence that happens in your life, to the what we call synchronicities, blessings. Focus more so on those things and give thanks to source, to spirit, to Father for those things. And watch how your mind shift. And once your mind starts shifting, watch how your reality change. And that's something that everyone talks about, but it's easier said than done. And I will concede that it's easier said than done. I need water. I'm like really burning up. I feel I feel spirit like I am hot right now. So let's pull a little bit more oracles because I really feel I poured out four oracle decks, but I don't know if I'm going to like make this message terribly long, even though it's filled with so much light and love. But I know there's only so much a person can sit down and listen to in one sitting. So I try to keep these around like 45 minutes if I can. Excellent. The Aradia card. And I knew this one was going to come out. We got the Black Cat. I've been seeing cat symbology for a couple days now, for about the past 2 days. So I'm not surprised that the black cat came out. And I'll just take these two. So the Aradia card. We've been seeing this a lot on this channel. The Aradia card talks a lot about like really stepping into your divine birthright, into your divine heritage. Like really understanding who you are as a child of the divine being, as the child of, the moon, someone that's very intuitive and spiritually connected. Really learn what that means for yourself and like really harness the blessings that's coming forward in your life. Let me show the chat, make sure people can actually hear me. Okay, cool. Excellent. No one's complaining that they can't hear me. Excellent. So focus on your birthright, your spiritual birthright. Not your ancestral heritage, but your spiritual heritage. You carry a piece of the I am inside of you, and you really need to realize how powerful that is. And with the black cat here, number 22. So, you guys could be seeing a lot of ones or a lot of twos or repeating twos. Number 22 is also a mastery number. It talks a lot about like actually stepping into your connection with the divine and being able to harness that power a little bit more. It's not 33, which is the highest master number you can get, but 22 is still a very powerful master number. And so with that, I will be reading the Black Cat card, which is psychism, also which I believe is spiritual power as well. Let me see. It says here, let me hold the card up for reference. Black cats have long been familiars of magical practitioners. The cat is associated with Diana, Freya, Hecate, and Bast, the Egyptian goddess of cats. And that's the energy that's been around me lately is Bast. So that's why I wasn't surprised that the black cat came out because I've been feeling Bast energy for the past 2 days. Cats are intimately linked with the powers to the moon. I mean, with the powers of the moon, and the feminine principle of psychism, perception, and intuition. There are 9 lives linked to the magical number of the moon. What's funny is that the Aradia card came out with it as well, and Aradia here is supposed to be like the manifestation of Diana, who is the moon. And it's funny that it came out together. So that's a nice little synchronicity there. I appreciate that. So let's read this. Black Cat says, keep your psychic fillers open in order to maintain clarity in your psychic space. I channeled the message of clarity with the Queen of Swords that's right here. Okay, you guys can see it on camera. With the Queen of Swords. Um, okay. However, it is not so much a case of beware, more to be aware. The energetic realm is as real as the physical one, and energies around you at this time can guide you to great clarity. Patience may well be required. Tread with awareness using your psychic skills. Black Cat also says, watch those in your circle of acquaintances, as someone may not have your best interests at heart. Increase your psychic protection. Withdraw your energy for a while and do what cats do best, curl up and rest. Visionary skills guide your way. And now that's another card that's talking about rest, and we already have 3 other cards about rest. We have the Four of Swords here, we have Time for a Nap, and we even have now the Black Cat talking about resting. So, like I said, it might be time for some of you guys to like really increase your psychic protection. And I received that message because I'm gonna talk to you guys about a dream that I had. I talked about this with someone else, but this is very relevant. So in this dream, I was in with a group of my friends, and we were investigating. Let me lift this up because I want to make sure you guys hear me very clearly for this one. In this dream, we was going around and we were on a college campus at night, and we were investigating murders that were happening on college campus. Me and my friends. We ended up finding someone suspicious, but then as we were following him, I blacked out and I woke up in my bed again. I was going through my phone. I called one of my friends and he didn't answer. But I felt that I shouldn't text one of my other friends, but I did so anyway because my head was foggy and I couldn't think straight. So I texted him to check on him, and he told me like, "Oh, I'm fine. I've never been better. In fact, I'm about to go sell my cell phone now because I don't need it anymore." And I gave my life to the uphill. So once he said that, the message started to become distorted, and like blood started to like seep out of the text box of like his text message, which was like very weird to me. And I felt like I needed to go put on some pants. So, because I was just in my underwear. Putting on the pants was very symbolic of like needing protection, of like I'm vulnerable right now and I need to cover up. But me being the person that I am, like he was at my door in an instant. Like he was already knocking on my door after he sent the text message. And me being the brave soul that I am, I went out there with no pants. So I held my hand up towards him and he started backing up. And I was telling him like, "Hey, I think you might need some help. Let me help you." And I grabbed his hands and I stared him in his eyes and I was like, "Let me help you." But he pulled his hands away and he stepped back. And I realized that there was a whole bunch of other people in the lobby and they were surrounding me. So then it dawned on me like, wait a minute, like, all these people are murderers. So I ran away, I ran behind the reception desk. They cut the phone line, and it dawned on me like, wait a minute. There's way too many murders on this campus to be done by just one person. It's been done by a cult. Like there are murderers, not a murderer. And they started surrounding the desk that I went behind. So I clapped my hands and then I raised it up like I was like raising something, and a wall of light came around me in a circle and it kept them out. So that's something that you guys really need to like understand, is that the psychic attacks are on a rise. And it's not just from like one person, like it's from like many sources of people. Like if you think like oops, there we go. If you think like, oh, there's only just one person attacking me, like, no, there's many forces coming together and colluding to attack those of us who are starting to raise our vibrations to keep us like down into the matrix. So really make sure that you keep your spiritual protection very, very strong. Zipporah, I know you was talking to me about this like recently on Instagram as well, and you were right. So keep protection is going to be very key going forward, especially as you try to achieve your dreams, because there's going to be people who rise up against you, and you might already have an enemy amongst you. Because in my dream, the person that gave their lives to the uphill was a friend of mine. So it was someone that was close, someone in my circle. So keep that in mind as you guys go forward and progress. Not everyone is going to want you to progress, and not everyone is going to have your best intention in their heart, as the black cat says. So keep that in mind. I really don't like giving messages like that. I feel like they're pretty low vibrational. But not only did it come to me in a dream and in one reading, but now it's coming to me in another live message. I can't ignore it. Psychic attacks are on the rise. So stay prayed up. It's not a laughing matter, but you know, it is what it is. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna end this reading with just two more oracles, and then I'm gonna leave it there. I feel like I said everything I need to say, and I'm starting to feel the energy wane. So let me end it with these two oracle cards that come out of my sacred traveler, and then I can, call it a live video. Oh, desert passage. Trust that there is a divine plan. Let me see, and let's get one more. Oh, this one. Begin now. Take the first step. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Take the first step and trust that there is a divine plan. This sums up my entire message perfectly. Now's the time for you guys to sit down, to plan, and to really figure out what it is that you want in the next chapter of your life. Start making plans and actions towards the things that you want to see into fruition, towards your dreams. Take the time out to really rest and figure out what you want your new life to look like. And really jot down and create a plan and craft a plan as to what you want it to look like. And then start to act upon that plan. Because right now, you guys, like I said, your external circumstances may not be the best. Like, it might be kind of draining you guys' hope and faith a little bit, but you need to have trust. Like that, those fragments of hope that you get every single day is what you need to keep your faith complete. Because right now you're just going through a little bit of a desert, but just know as the pendulum swings, there's going to be brand new blessings and brand new opportunities once it reaches its full arc. Um, Thank you guys for coming and listening to this message, and please be blessed.